You're on Loud TV.
And this is New Year's Day.
Don't try and tell me what a girl wants. Just shut up and give it to me.
So, yes, the band, we started the band when we were babies, so obviously it's gone through some changes over the years. Have any of those changes affected New Year's Day internally or musically? No, because I've always written the music and it's always been my vision. And nothing has ever affected that or changed that. It's always been what I felt was best to do. So, no, it hasn't affected it at all. As far as stable, New Year's Day has always been stable. We've never felt unstable.
Shut up and give it to me.
The way we produced this record was unlike any other record we've done in the past. Normally with our touring schedule, past records, we would get 30 days in the studio to write an entire album, and then that's it. Once you do in that 30 days, it's done because you've moved on to touring. This time we actually got to spend about a year on and off in between touring schedules to write the record, and instead of someone telling us the record was done, we let the record tell us when it was done. So that was much different than what we're used to. Also, this record's different than any other one we've done because it has two producers, which is most of the time very unheard of. Most likely, most producers don't want to share an album, but I was very lucky to have two very passionate producers agree to share it, which was Scott Stevens and Mitch Marlowe. They are awesome. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, it was just like writing any other album. You just write songs until something feels right and you're loving it and feeling it, and those are the ones that make the album.
Shut up and give it to me.
The lyrics on Unbreakable, I purposefully wanted to step away from being very overly metaphorical, which I think is actually a lot harder in songwriting. I think to be able to just say straight to the point what you're feeling is much harder than using a metaphorical veil and letting the listener interpret it, because you're just saying what's on your mind, and if someone doesn't like it, then they're basically saying they don't like your thoughts. So, yeah, that was a conscious decision to be less metaphorical. For example, there's a line in Malevolence, the very first line of the song Malevolence says, so soft, so gentle, this rose is kind and still. That could mean anything. I know what it means to me, but to the listener, that could mean anything. I didn't want any of that on this album. I wanted to just rip the words straight out of my journal and put them into a song and not cover them up at all. So I'm actually really proud of it. Technically, yes. Lyrically, it's more positive because it's describing getting over hardships, but I guess what I'm saying isn't really that positive outwardly, like superficially on the top, because the lyrics are actually quite mean, but I mean them in a positive way.
Shut up and give it to me.
We're going all over. We're starting actually in a week or two around the U.S., and then we will be back here in UK and Europe in the fall with a little band called Hailstorm. And in this moment,
this has been New Year's Day,
and you're on Loud TV.